We live in a world where we should always think about ourselves. We try to be the best, we try to compete with others. But what if you helping others is the best way to help yourself? You spending time to teach what you know is the best use of your time. Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about teaching others. Why teaching others is the best method to learn a subject, to learn a theme, anything. Before we move on to learn why this approach actually works, I'm going to show you this chart. This chart explains the Protégé Effect. Protégé Effect is a term coined by Jean-Pol Martin in 1980s. He was a French teacher in Germany, and he explained that teaching others can actually strengthen our knowledge and affect different parts of learning. That's why it is at the bottom of this chart, which means yes, all this stuff can help us to learn a subject, but teaching others is the most effective one. Okay, now I'm gonna share my own experience. As a student, I used to study math, and my teacher said maybe you should teach your knowledge to other groups. And I was teaching groups as a support teacher. At that time, I was just identifying my knowledge gaps. Students were just asking me some questions, some mathematical problems that I didn't actually know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known that these problems are out of my knowledge. So I think it really helped me to strengthen actually my knowledge, to find those knowledge gaps. And also I assisted one of my friends in every single topic that we have learned together. As a result, I had this massive amount of repetition all the time. I was repeating the same questions, I was repeating the same topics all the time. That's why I cannot actually forget all this stuff by the exam. So when I was studying physics as well, I felt kind of responsible to solve all those questions, to pay more attention to our homework, to teach those problems in the class to other students. That's why I think it really helped me to stick every physics problem in my mind. When we actually go to a group of students and try to teach some topics or solve all these questions, we feel more responsible because we don't want to make any mistakes while solving all those questions, because maybe it might be embarrassing to stand in front of students as a teacher but cannot solve a very simple mathematical or physical problem even. And as a result, we try to be ready to every single question that students might ask. For example, the topic might be very, very simple one. Yes, we can think that, oh, I know this topic, I can solve every single question, but can we answer to those questions that are given by students? For example, they may not understand a single very sophisticated part of this topic, for example, and they may ask questions. So we should be able to answer, we should be able to cover all those questions in the lesson. Another thing is that while we are preparing to teach someone about a topic, we don't want to make it very complicated, right? The topic is difficult, okay, but if we just explain the theory, if we just explain what was written in the textbook, this person, the student, may never learn this topic. That is why we should first of all simplify things. We should first of all simplify all those rules, for example, in mathematics, mathematical rules, or I don't know, maybe history or English. We should just simplify the topic. So when we are simplifying all those stuff, all those rules, it is going to stick in our long-term memory. Because just imagine this, an 8-year-old kid can remember things, can understand things when you only simplify it. If you simplify it, they will understand. Our brain works the same. Our unconscious brain accepts every single information if it's simple. If we study very difficult formula, if we study a very difficult topic, yes, we can understand it. Why not? We can understand it, but we will forget it because our unconscious mind cannot accept it. So while we are simplifying the topic to teach others, we are teaching ourselves. We are teaching our unconscious brain. Last but not least, teaching others gives us autonomy and authority, which means we will have complete control on how to explain this topic, how to teach this topic, and how to learn this topic actually. Because if we don't learn the topic, if we don't know the topic, we cannot really teach it, right? We cannot explain it. So we will have this complete control. We study whenever we want. We study however we want. For example, maybe I may not like one teacher's approach of explaining those topics to me because maybe he's not giving enough examples or that stuff. But when I'm teaching, I try to give more examples, a lot of list of examples for learning a vocabulary, because I believe this is very effective way of learning. That's why I have this control over how to teach, what approach to teach with. And as a result, actually, it will increase our motivation. We will be more motivated to study, to learn, to acquire this knowledge first of all. Okay, now I think we can move on to secondary benefits. By that I mean we can just only learn a lot by teaching others. We can learn a lot by learning from people one step ahead of us. Not the teacher, not the professional, just one step ahead of us. For example, as a student, I used to learn from my friends when I was going to physics, mathematics, because first of all, they were accessible. Whenever I want, I would just call them or I would just meet them anywhere and ask my question. Because they have learned the topics that I'm learning now, they were able to answer all of my questions. They are just accessible, first of all. Second of all, they understand your situation. They have just passed your level. They understand that how difficult this problem might seem to you. But in contrast, this teacher or this professional may have just forgotten the way that you are, the level that you are in now. I used to not believe that thing, but after I had one experience, I was 100% sure. I was 100% sure that teachers, that professionals just forget the level you are in. Yes, of course, they have been in that level at some time in the past, but they have just forgotten. Because I forgot. I'm not even professional or I'm not like full-time teacher, but when I was having mock tests with my students, I used to think, how can a person make such silly mistakes? Maybe I talked to those students like it's okay to make mistakes, all that stuff, but in my mind I was like, is it even possible to make such kind of mistakes? Because they were just silly ones. Using is before present simple tense verb. For example, I is eat or I am eat. It's very simple, it's very basic thing, but students used to do that. But guess what? I was reading my own notebook and that I wrote 5 or 6 years ago, and I found such kind of mistake. The same mistakes I did while writing. I was just writing I went, if I'm not mistaken, like that. I was went. It is completely, it's very silly mistake, but I did so. I did that mistakes one time in the past, but I forgot it. I just forgot it because it has been like 5 years, 6 years. So I couldn't really understand the situation, the level of those students. So I think that is enough proof that you should learn from your friends, from people only one step ahead of you, not 1,000 steps ahead of you, not a professional. You don't need even a teacher. Yes, teachers can guide you very good, but when you need some kind of support, those people, those friends one step ahead of you can help more. So with that, I really want to say that it is really two-sided benefit. For example, by teaching you, those friends will strengthen their knowledge. I have really counted a lot of benefits of teaching others, and you can learn more. You can learn more from this friend. So it is very beneficial for two of you. So please consider working with your peers, working with your friends, and studying with your friends. It really helps you to learn, to acquire this knowledge faster. So this is the end of our video. I hope you learned something useful from that video. If you have, please comment down below, put the like button, and don't forget to share the video with your friends. See you next time. Bye bye.